best librarian in all of San Marcos Unified. And I mean it 100% every time I say it. Please come on up, Mrs. Gayden.
Thank you. I am so excited to share this opportunity with our students. And once again, we'd like to thank the Carson Scholars Fund and Eleni and Wolfgang Bugan for their generous contribution to our school. Through their generosity, we have been able to purchase 545 books and new furniture for our reading space. The students will have the opportunity to spend time in the reading room before school or during the recess time. We look forward to starting Monday morning. Thank you so much.
And that was Miss Karen Gayden, the librarian at Twin Oaks and the reading room lead who did
Mrs.
majority of the
Wolverine will
groundwork.
now make her way back up. And Mrs. Carson, this next song is our Twin Oaks Elementary gift to you.
All right, boys and girls, you love this song? I like a good story. I want to hear you sing it nice and strong every time we get to the chorus, right? Are you ready for it? All right, this is from all of the students.
Like a family of birds who were walking in the woods when Goldilocks came over and had missed her goods. She ate all their porridge and broke some of the jars. She was sleeping in the bed when those bears came upstairs. Jack, he got some magic beans. They flew right to the clouds. The stalk was shiny green. He met a mean giant and stole some of his gold. He chopped down the beanstalk. Jack was brave and bold.
Everyone loves a good story. Thank you for joining us. If you just joined
And
us,
now
we're
we have members of
live.
our Twin Oaks Choir. Let's give them one more round of applause
We
for
are
their hard
live
work on their
from
solo.
Twin Oaks Elementary in San Marcos, California, just north of San Diego, celebrating Carson Scholars Fund 200th reading room as students react to a balloon popping in the morning sun.
I think your singing was so amazing, the balloons just popped out of excitement. It is an honor for me to introduce our community to Mrs. Candy Carson. Mrs. Carson is an author, philanthropist, and musician. Growing up in Detroit, Michigan, Mrs. Carson's family stressed strong values and hard work. Her parents, a teacher and an automobile factory worker, taught her at an early age to always do her best in life. That mindset led Mrs. Carson to Yale University on a scholarship that afforded her the opportunity to study music and psychology. She played first violin with the Yale Bach Society as well as for the Yale Symphony. Mrs. Carson's passion lies in fostering a better future for America's children. She is the co-founder of the Carson Scholars Fund, which seeks to prepare the next generation for leadership and success in life through reading and education. Everybody, please welcome Mrs. Candy Carson.
Thank you so much for that wonderful welcome. You guys deserve another hand for that lovely song. That was so gorgeous. I wish I knew the words. It was so cool. Well, have any of you young people, have you ever been bored? Do you ever get bored these days? You do? But is there something you can do not to be bored? How about you? Yell it out nice and loud. Did she say she likes to read books? That's right. That's one way you can never be bored, because you know, reading opens so many doors and so many adventures, because you can be like a dinosaur bouncing around, you know, and making the earth tremble, or you can be as small as a butterfly flying around and tasting all the nectar and all the flowers, or you can be really small and go into a hypodermic needle and go in somebody's veins and then look out through their eyes and go down to their toes and not even smell their feet because you're inside. I mean, it's just really, really cool. All the things you can learn from a book. But let me tell you something that all people should know. I know this because, you know, there's some advantages to being married to a neurosurgeon. One of them is that you hear them talk about the power of the brain. Did you know that your brain can process 2 million bits of information every second? 2 million bits of information every second. So you are really smart. If you've got an average brain, you are really smart and you can do anything. But not only that, think about this. If you were to learn 1 fact per second, how long do you think it would take to challenge the capacity of your brain? A lot of people will say, don't learn this, don't learn that, because you'll overload your brain. Well, if you were to learn 1 fact every second, which is hard to do, because I mean, saying grass is green takes 2 seconds, but if you could learn 1 fact every second, it would take you 3 million years to start to challenge the capacity of your brain. 3 million years. So you can't put too much in it, but you should watch what you put in it. Because think about this too. Do you realize in America we have 330 million people here, which is a lot. But you know, China has 4 times that many, and India has 4 times that many. And you know, we're competing globally these days, so we need to develop each and every one of ourselves, each and every one of you, to be the best that you can be. And one of the ways you can do that is to read. Reading actually exercises your brain. When you see the letters, you have to recognize them, so you're working your brain. And then you put the letters together to form words that make sense, and then phrases as well as concepts when you do a whole sentence. So think about how reading will exercise your brain too, and it makes you smarter. So one other thing too, all of your subjects are based on building blocks. Whether it's science or math, whether it's algebra, geometry, physics, or chemistry, all of those are based on building blocks. If any of those building blocks are missing, then it doesn't make sense. But if you've got all the building blocks, it does. Now consider reading, because I know all of you like to read. I heard it before. But say you knew all the letters except A, S, T, and E. What could you read? It would be very difficult, wouldn't it? But you fill those blanks in, and it makes a world of sense. So keep that in mind. And you know, if there's something you don't understand, and it's becoming hard, whatever subject it is, go back to the last building block that you remember where it made sense, and you can help yourself to understand it better. Or think about this, anybody that you see in this area, we care about you. We cared enough to put in a Think Big reading room for you so that you can develop yourself to be the best you can be. So you can ask any one of us, and if we don't have the answer ready right there, we will direct you to where you can go to find the answer, okay? So remember, in your classroom, there might be 25, 30 of you, and the teacher might not recognize you're not understanding something. Go and ask. It's okay. Because if you're missing a building block and you plug that thing in there, you know it's gonna make sense. So bless you guys for all that you're going to be, because I know your possibilities are limitless. And if you read, you will succeed. Please use the room as much as you can and develop yourselves to be the best that you can be, because there's a world out there waiting for you. Thank you so much.
Mrs. Candy Carson addressing the students and special guests.
On behalf of the Carson Scholars Fund, we have a gift of books for you to use, and they're in keeping with Eleni and Gagan, the sponsors of the reading room. The first book is about coyotes. Yay, coyotes! And there's one about San Diego, which is where they're from. There's another one about Greece, where they're from before they were from San Diego. And so they love nature and music. So these are some books for you to enjoy, again, from your sponsors. So thank you so much.
A great gesture from Candy Carson, recognizing Twin Oaks Elementary being the 200th Think Big reading room.
And now we introduce fifth graders Kendra and Maya, who will lead us in our book talks this morning.
Hi everyone, my name is Kendra. And my name is Maya. We are here to introduce some students who will be presenting book talks. First, we need to find out the basics of what a book talk is. So what is a book talk? A book talk is a short speech telling about a book that you have read and would recommend that others read too, with no spoilers. Now let's recognize the brave students who are coming up here today to share their book talk. The following students, please join us up here. Donovan and Emerson, Alex, Lorena, Rylan, Jameson, and us.
Some young coyotes wearing the Think Big reading room t-shirts. We get the joy of hearing about some book talks this morning, live from San Marcos, California, just north of San Diego, at Twin Oaks Elementary, celebrating the 200th Think Big reading room opening.
Hi, my name is Donovan. I'm doing a book talk on Warriors. The author of Warriors is Erin Hunter, and she's wrote about 60 Warriors books. We have about 30 of them in our library. And this is my sister Emerson. She's doing a book talk on a book called Pinkalicious, and it's about a girl who eats too many cupcakes and turns different colors. Thank you, Donovan.
Good morning, Twin Oaks Coyotes. My name is Alex. I'm here to do a book talk on a series I read in first grade and still read it to this day. That series is Diary of a Wimpy Kid. My favorite out of all is Logic Wolf. I like it because it's sort of like my life. Greg, the main character, gets bullied by his brother, and I also get picked on by my big brothers. This book is unique because it's hilarious. It has hilarious illustrations that make me laugh the whole time I read it. These books are entertaining, and there are 13 books in all. If you haven't read any of these books, I suggest you read it. You won't be able to put these books down.
Thank you, Alex.
Hi, my name is Lorena, and one thing you do not know about me is that I love to read. Reading can be so fun because I get to learn about so many different things. For example, I'm reading this book called Where All Wonders, and I love this book because it's about a boy who is different, and I like it because it's way more different than any other books that I have ever read. I love different things, especially different books. Reading can also be fun because it takes you on an adventure. And don't forget that reading books is a good and fun thing and a way of learning new things.
Thank you, Lorena. Hi, my name is Rylan, and I'm going to talk about No David by David Sher. David is in trouble all the time. For example, he always wants cookies, and his mom says no, David. Another example is he tries to play baseball in the house, but his mom says no, David. This is a funny book that you should read. Thank you. Good morning, Twin Oak Coyotes. My name is Jameson, and I want to tell you about one of my favorite books, The Wild Robots, about a robot who finds herself on an island and she needs to learn how to survive. She has lots of adventures and makes many friends. This book has wonderful illustrations and interesting words. This book made me feel happy when my teacher read it to us, and I already am reading the second book. Thank you, Jameson. Our book talk will be about the book Amal Unbound. 12-year-old Amal's dreams of becoming a teacher one day is dashed. In an instant when she accidentally insults a member of her Pakistani village's ruling family. As a punishment for her behavior, she is forced to leave her heartbroken family behind and go work at their estate. In the fall, all of 5th grade read the book Amal Unbound and made an art inspired by the book. The art displayed in the library is made by Miss Williams' students. Thank you for listening to all of the book talks today. We hope you are inspired to read many of these books. Bye!
And now it is that exciting part of our ceremony where we get to cut the ribbon. And to help us to do that, we will invite up Mrs. Carson, as well as Maya and Kendra, and we'll have Olivia come up as well.
If you are just joining us, we are live from San Marcos, California at Twin Oaks Elementary, part of San Marcos Unified School District, celebrating the 200th Carson Scholars Fund Think Big Reading Room. Co-founder Candy Carson was able to make it all the way to sunny San Diego.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the 200th reading room has opened.
All right, Twin Oaks Coyotes, it is almost time for you to go back to your class. Parents and guests this morning, if you would like to come through our library and see our reading space, we would love to have you come through as you exit this morning. Our students have had the opportunity to learn about the reading space, and then by classroom, they will be coming in this morning to check it out. So thank you, all of you, for being here with this morning. It is such a special, special day for our Twin Oaks community and for our students. Once again, thank you to the Carson Scholars Fund for making this possible for our community. Thank you, Coyotes. Have a great Friday, everyone.
The things that happen, made not to plan.
Peacock moments ago. She's a superstar on campus. Special guests are eager to see the Think Big reading room. As they exit this morning, they'll get a chance to walk through and see all the great work that the Twin Oaks Reading Room Committee put into their Think Big reading room. As you will see in a moment, they decided to go with a Reading Under the Oaks theme. A beautiful oak tree mural is the backdrop of the Think Big reading room. Very fitting, given the geographical area of Twin Oaks Elementary. Students are real excited to be able to see the Think Big reading room. Guests are filing into the reading room. Some of the student art inspired what they love to read. Big reading room. Co-founder Candy Carson posing with some young coyotes in front of the 200th reading room. So great. Here we go. Some more young coyotes. The Think Big reading room. A local artist was able to paint this beautiful oak tree mural. Got some young coyotes trying out the furniture. And Dr. Ben Carson's Think Big philosophy is spread all through the Think Big reading room at Twin Oaks Elementary. The team at Twin Oaks Elementary decided to create the reading space inside their existing library where students can choose a book from over 500 titles. And the young coyotes are already eagerly looking at the titles. Reading Under the Oaks. At Twin Oaks Elementary. As special guests are exiting the school through the Think Big reading room. We have some more young coyotes being able to get some photos, try out the furniture.
Yeah, no, if you want to paint, you're more than welcome to. I've got it all sitting in my closet, so it's fine.
So looking at it.
I thought we were waiting for all the furniture to be allowed.
We were, but then we were waiting for yeah, getting that ripped out. So big.
We are just about to wrap it up here at Twin Oaks Elementary in San Marcos, California, celebrating Carson Scholars Fund 200th reading room, the Think Big reading room, 200th opening. with many more to come. This one, special thanks to Eleni and Wolfgang Gagan and the Carson Scholars Fund for making all of this happen.
If I could